Hello beautiful, thank you so much for being here, and if you are new, welcome, and if you love this information, please subscribe. Cody Montarbo, founder of Montarbo Skincare, always here to help you have the most healthy, glowing, and gorgeous skin. And in today's video, I am going to talk about a product that many people ask me about, and I don't know why I haven't done this video because I actually had great results with this ingredient, and that is the product called Differin or adapalene. So adapalene is a newer form retinoid. I mean, not really newer. I think it's been out for over 20 years, but I actually used it back in 2000, I believe. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it, some of my thoughts about it. So, of course, you should always follow the instructions of your care provider, but you can now get adapalene and Differin, I might use those names interchangeably, from the drugstore, which is quite amazing. It is a lower strength retinoid, and it is a little bit more friendly on skin that is a little bit more sensitive, which is amazing because if you've used Retin-A or retinoic acid or Tazorac or any of the forms of Retin-A or retinoic acid, you know that they can be quite irritating to the skin, causing a lot of redness, irritation, and just inflammation in the skin, and causing a lot of people to not stick to using the product because they don't want to feel that irritation. So here's the thing. I used it back in 2000 when I was really struggling with my skin. I had like cystic acne, and the thing that was quite remarkable with Differin, it was one of the only things that worked for me at the time. And it didn't start working on my skin for probably about 3 months, to be honest, and I did get a lot of purging. It is something that I noticed that people get, and I got it. I got like tons, hundreds of little bumps. And those little bumps that occur on people that are using Differin is all of the tiny little what we call microcomedones that are below the surface of the skin. Little tiny little microcomedones hiding under there, and so when we use something like that medicine, it starts to bring them up, it starts to regenerate the skin, bringing them up higher and higher to the skin, and that's kind of really what we want. We want that purging to happen because it's a good sign that the product is working. The problem is that it's very unsightly, it's not very fun because people think, oh my god, it's making me break out. But here's the deal. It's not making you break out, it's just bringing the breakout, the congestion, the bacteria, all of the issues that are below the surface of the skin to the top of the skin and out of the skin. And a lot of people have that misconception that the product that they're using, even with benzoyl peroxide, they say, oh, I don't like it, it causes breakouts. It's not causing breakouts, it's causing those hidden parts of congestion to be pulled up and out of the skin. And usually that takes some time. It can take up to 6 months, 9 months. It just depends on your skin. It depends on how healthy you are. It depends on the products that you've been using, it depends on your diet, it depends on a lot of different things. So, do I think adapalene is worth your attention? Absolutely, because it's like $9, I think, at the drugstore. And those that want to use maybe a retinoid but might have not have the ability to get it from a doctor, you can also use it if you want to use it for anti-aging. But it is really great, really powerful. There is a lot of documented research that it's been very helpful for people with acne, especially stubborn acne. A lot of people that have kind of used everything and then they try that usually have a lot of great results, especially if you use it in conjunction with benzoyl peroxide like every other day. There is some controversy whether salicylic acid should be used, not be used with it, and I do kind of think that maybe not. It could cause some issues with irritation, but I haven't read enough to give you my fair assessment on that or used it enough. Like, I don't use adapalene in my office. I don't share and show people how to use adapalene. I show people how to use retinoids. It is a form of a retinoid. It's just one that is a little bit more friendly to the skin. So I think you should go to Target or Walmart or wherever sells it and at least try it if you're really troubled by acne and you haven't had many results with other products, or you found other products like acne agents and ingredients to be just kind of really irritating. The thing I remember and noticed about the adapalene is I didn't get that terrible sense of irritation and inflammation and redness and flaking that I got from like using Retin-A and the benzoyl peroxide and all that other stuff. So I definitely think it's worth your attention and that you should at least try it if you're really struggling with your skin. And I do think that you should be moisturizing with it, and I think that you should moisturize before you use it. That's just my opinion. I think the more hydrated your skin and the healthier it is, the more that the product will be able to penetrate and get deeper into the skin and get deeper into the skin a little bit more quickly. So what I recommend is that you wash your face with a gentle cleanser, you leave it wet, maybe even a little dripping wet, and then you moisturize your skin, let it dry for about 5 minutes, and you put the dabbling right over that. Now, you know, they always say pea-size amount with this kind of stuff because it is a medicine. So I think at first, you know, start off with the pea-size amount, and then if you feel like you need to use just a tiny bit more, feel free. The thing I found with Differin is that it dries really quickly and it absorbs super quickly. So you may be a person, if you have a big forehead or if you're very oily or if you're very thick skin, that you may be okay to use just a little bit more, especially in like the breakout area. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below this video, and remember to always stay gorgeous, and if you love this information, please subscribe. Bye-bye.